Hello, my wonderful Aries. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing amazing. In today's video, I will be tapping into the energies of your love life. So it's going to be your general love reading for the week here. So pretty much whatever comes out for you guys. Okay. Okay, guys, so we have the second chakra, Archangel Ariel, or hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Then we have Goddess of the Moon, okay? And bottom of the deck, we have Yin and Yang. Some sort of suppressed emotions could be coming to the surface for you this week, Aries. Like whether it's you feel like you're purging or there's something that you have been avoiding thinking about, avoiding feeling, and it's coming to the surface here. But I do see it as something that's very healing, or it's allowing you space to maybe let go or detach from something, heal from something so that you could move forward. There could even be a sense of like forgiving someone, even if it's for the sake of your peace of mind here. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we have the Queen of Wands on the bottom of the deck, and we have the Two of Cups. You have someone who's highly attracted to you and very fixated on you this week. So really paying attention to, like if you guys are communicating, it could be that they're, asking you specific questions. It could be someone who is giving you a lot of attention, just very focused on you. But even though they're, very attracted to you on a physical level, there's definitely something more here with the Two of Cups, like someone who feels a very intense emotional connection with you as well. And I'm also hearing that something can happen if you let it. I don't know why I'm hearing that. Is there like a sense of control that you're feeling this week, Aries? Or is there something that you feel like you're really wanting to know how something is going to play out, but you're not sure? I could be picking up on some sort of resistance as well. Bit of a hesitant energy. Okay, so I'm going to start off by seeing how you're being viewed this week. The Star. Some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius. Someone is viewing you as very, very different from what they are used to in the most beautiful way, though. The Star card is usually when you feel like someone is special, or the connection that they share with you could feel very rare, or it feels like something that they haven't experienced before. This could even be someone who's viewing you as like their version of an ideal partner, almost like they manifested this, connection with you. But the Star card is also associated with healing. So there may be something that this person knows you're healing from, or something that they feel like maybe the both of you need to heal in this connection to see more progress. But they're viewing you as very special. Some of you, like what you do for work could be very different as well. Or it's like kind of like out of the norm. The Strength card, some of you could be dealing with the Leo, and we have the Page of Swords, challenge position. So there is a bit of a withdrawn energy here, where there's a fixation on you, but it may be someone where there's like a lack of communication between the both of you, or they're fighting some sort of a desire or an urge that they have. Because the Strength card is a held back energy, but it also touches on very deep, intense emotion. And fighting the urge, or controlling that emotion that you feel, which is what I see this person is doing. But for those two cards to come up in the challenge position, it's almost like a part of them wants to open up, but they don't feel ready to. A part of them wants to express something to you, but they don't feel like it's, like the right time because they're refraining from doing so. And I was sensing a bit of like a hesitant energy or someone not allowing something to just flow or happen the way that it's supposed to. There's a sense of control that I'm sensing in the challenge position, like this sense of control, right? It's creating some sort of an energetic block when it comes to things just being able to kind of flow in this connection. I hope I explained that energy correctly. How are you viewing them? Eight of Cups. You may view this person as someone who has walked away from you. For others of you, it could be a case of ghosting. But some of you feel like you want to, detach from this situation, or you are working towards detaching because you feel things ended without any sort of, explanation here, right? If this person walked out on this connection and it was not followed by an explanation, that could have been something that took you a very long time to accept or heal from. Where it's like when you think about this person, you're like, I don't want to feel that way again. I don't want to ever experience that, feeling. And so that could be the reason why you're choosing to detach, or there is some sort of emotional distance between you and this individual this week. So we have the Nine of Pentacles in your feelings and the Emperor. Wow, this is a very powerful energy. This is creating some sort of a change that you want for yourself. It's choosing yourself, putting yourself first. You could be a bit hard for this person to read this week, but I'm strongly getting with the Nine of Pentacles and the Emperor, there may be something that you wanted for yourself. Okay, something that you wanted to work towards. Maybe it's a long-term goal, it could be a short-term goal, but there's something here that you've wanted for yourself, but you feel like you put that very thing on the back burner because you were prioritizing this connection. And there's something about choosing yourself or doing something for yourself where it's like, I don't want to put my own, needs and desires on the back burner. You're pouring into yourself is what I see. And the Emperor could even be creating some sort of a change, or, being very open about something that you want to work on, or something that you feel like needs to change in this connection. Could be a little bit of a blunt energy, but it's just a very honest energy. It's just being honest with yourself and possibly even being honest with this person. We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse and the Page of Cups. There's something that's telling you not to invest in this situation, at least not this week. You feel like someone is not realizing your worth or your value, right? For the Queen of Pentacles to show up in reverse, and that's the only reversal that we have so far in this spread, with the Page of Cups, you may feel like something was handled in a very emotionally immature way. And the Queen of Pentacles in reverse could be you putting yourself on the back burner, or feeling like there's a part of you that like you feel some sort of a void, right? Whether it's feeling lost in this connection, feeling like you were prioritizing this person, or you were going through a lot emotionally where you weren't taking care of yourself to the best of your ability, that's shifting here. But the Queen of Pentacles in reverse could also be you feeling like you were connecting with someone who wasn't really showing you that they were, appreciative of you, or they weren't, you did not feel like your emotions were being considered, or your worth or your value. You don't feel like you were, that was being acknowledged here. You could have felt very emotionally misunderstood in this connection, and maybe for some of you, just depleted. I could also read this as, something about this connection could have impacted your stability, quite literally, like your finances, and you're working towards, restoring some sort of balance in your financial life, or working towards a financial goal also. So we have the Ace of Cups clarifying the Strength card, and we have the Tower clarifying the Page of Swords. Some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio. It's interesting because this person is fighting the urge to reach out to you, but what they're desiring is some sort of a new start. The Page of Swords and the Tower could be this person creating some sort of a plan to come in and communicate with you, but it will seem very unexpected, even though this person is thinking about it thoroughly or creating some sort of a plan. It's like the way they want to reconnect with you, they don't want you to see it coming, or they don't want to do something that is very predictable. Does that make sense? So, like, if this person feels like they have always approached you in a similar manner, or their actions have been very predictable in the past, or there has been a persistent pattern, between the both of you, they're trying to approach things in a way where it's not predictable. And so, yes, it could be a very unexpected energy, but I'm also seeing someone who is, while you guys are at a distance, or while there's some sort of an emotional gap here, they're thinking about how things have transpired between the both of you, and they feel like they were not prepared for things to end. They were not prepared for things to, occur the way that they have. Because the Tower could be when something happens very abruptly, but you were not prepared. You did not know what to do in the current moment, and you're kind of dealing with the aftermath of it after, much after the event has occurred. Five of Swords in their feelings, and the Page of Pentacles. I think this is someone who wants to speak to you, or come forward with an offer, but there is a lot of mental conflict, especially for the Five of Swords to be the first card in their feelings. There could be some sort of anger that they're still holding on to. There could be something that is where it's like they're going back and forth in their mind about reaching out or remaining held back because of something that's frustrating or painful or angering them. Page of Wands and the Ace of Swords. I do see that this person is going to reach out to you, and the Ace of Swords could be where when this person and you have a conversation, there could be like something that they are communicating to you, or something that you have the opportunity to tell them, where it feels like there's a breakthrough occurring in the connection with the Ace of Swords. I also feel like this person is reaching out to you to be truthful, okay? But they feel like it may raise some sort of conflict or a disagreement between the both of you with the Five of Swords. Like, I feel like I need to be truthful with Aries, but I do feel like this is something that's going to upset Aries, or this is something that we've disagreed on in the past. So I know that it's going to turn into a conflict or a disagreement. That sort of energy is very much there. So even though they're wanting to reach out, there's that hesitant energy of, okay, well, I feel like there's going to be a disagreement, or I feel like this is going to open a can of worms. We have the Seven of Swords followed by the Two of Swords in the potential outcome. What's the Seven of Swords? Four of Cups, the Two of Swords, Seven of Wands. There's a very defensive energy here. You do have someone who wants to reconnect with you, but it's a very defensive energy. Two of Swords could also be someone who's not fully accepting something, in other words, in a state of denial. And you have the Four of Cups and the Seven of Wands. What's going on in the dynamic right now is very different from what this person wants. Are they happy in the current moment? No. But the Four of Cups could be when you're pondering on what could have been, or there's too much of a focus on the past where you're missing some sort of opportunity that's in front of you. And again, Seven of Wands could be a little bit of a defensive energy, but here's what I see. Someone who wants to communicate with you, but knows that it's going to raise some sort of conflict. Again, when the both of you have a conversation, there's something here that you guys are still going to continue to disagree on, because the Seven of Wands is also standing your ground even during a time of adversity. So it's like there could be an energy where the both of you are wanting to come together, but it's also not wanting to agree with each other when truly you guys disagree. Even if it could be about multiple things, or it could be something in particular that is very important to the both of you that you guys disagree on, and you feel like you guys wouldn't be being, true to yourselves if you were to agree just to agree. So I do see, a disagreement resurfacing, or, during this communication, or feeling like, okay, we're communicating, but there's some things that we just don't agree on, So let's see here if there's anything they want to communicate. And the Four of Cups also, guys, could be like someone who's having a hard time seeing past illusions. You have the Two of Swords and the Seven of Swords. So even if there's some sort of dishonesty, something that they feel guilty about, they are having a hard time fully accepting that, or gaining clarity on that in terms of what to do moving forward. The Four of Cups could also be a little bit of a sulking energy. So even if, like I said, even if there's a conversation, there's something here that, the both of you are still upset about, or choosing not to agree on. Okay. What does this person want to say to Aries? I find you so attractive. And I mentioned this with the Star card. And just how this person feels towards you is very deep and intense, but there are certain things that need to come to light, or certain things that this person is struggling opening up about with that Strength card. This may be someone who never really fully allowed you to, or allowed you in, or to get to know them on a deeper level. You came closer than anyone. So they feel like you are the closest person to them. I'm so attracted to you. Wow. So 2 cards here of finding you attractive, or, a lot of passion here as well. I replay our conversations over and over. So definitely, revisiting, the past here. And bottom of the deck, it says, I remember every detail of that day. Okay. So that is what I'm getting for you guys this week. I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.